Today we are going to cover PvE Priest BIS for Phase 5 of TBC Classic. Priests are the strongest healers in TBC and are the engine of any Sunwell raid group. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to gear to carry your guild in Sunwell Plateau and beyond. Okay, let's get straight into the build. Remember, it'll also be in a link in the description below. First up, let's talk headpiece. The Cowl of Light's Purity is a huge upgrade over your Tier 5 or Tier 6 helmet. You'll really want to get this helmet. Alternatively, the Power Heal 9000 lens is a great second choice if you have engineering. Next up, we have shoulders. The shoulder spot is definitely going to be the Shawl of Wonderment, a huge upgrade for you. The only real viable upgrade here from the shoulder spot. Moving on to the cloak spot, the Shroud of the Highborn is your best choice, followed by the Cloak of Ancient Rituals from Zolaman. The chest spot is fascinating. The Robes of Faltered Light are clearly BIS, but they'll be much harder to obtain and more contested. Meanwhile, the Robe of Eternal Light will be much easier to get, but has slightly worse stats and requires tailoring. For wrist, you'll definitely want the Cuffs of Absolution, and if you can't get those, the Swift Heal wraps will have to do for now. For hands, Handguards of the Dawn are absolute BIS, but they'll be very difficult to obtain. Alternatively, you can craft the Hands of Eternal Light through tailoring. For belt, we want Belt of Absolution, but if you can't get that, Angelista Sash is perfectly adequate. For legs, we're going with the Pantaloons of Calming Strife. Until you get those, the Leggings of Eternity from Black Temple should be perfectly fine. For necklace, we have lots of options. We have the Brooch of Nature's Mercy as our true BIS. We have the Amulet of Flowing Life from Jewel Crafting. It's very, very close. And we have Guardian's Pendant of Reprieve. It's only slightly worse than Brooch of Nature's Mercy and easier to get through PvP. For boots, we have an obvious choice. The Boots of Absolution are our true BIS in Sunwell, but until you get those, you can stick with the Boots of the Divine Light. For rings, I'd recommend 2 Blessed Band of Caribors, but you can also add in a Ring of Flowing Life if you want. The stats are essentially identical. For trinkets, I'd recommend 3. The Dark Moon card Blue Dragon gives you amazing mana regen. The uptime is incredible. Eye of Gruul, also amazing, procs off of Circle of Healing, which is fantastic for your regen. And meanwhile, the Redeemer's Alchemist Stone gives you extra mana on your mana pots and 119 healing power. It is fantastic, but does require alchemy. Before we get to those BIS priest weapons, please give the video a like. It really helps me to create more WoW content in the future. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell as well to be notified when I next put out an upload. For weapons, your best bet is the Hammer of Sanctification and the Book of Highborn Hymns. This will give you the most overall healing. Meanwhile, in second place, the Golden Staff of the Cinderai is fantastic, only slightly worse. And in third place, the Crystal Spire of Caribor, still extremely viable, pumps out amazing heals on low targets. For your wand, your best bet is Wand of Cleansing Light. This is a trash drop in Sunwell Plateau. It's insanely strong. Meanwhile, the Naru Blessed Life Rod is your second BIS from Black Temple. By now, you should know all the Priest BIS for Phase 5 in the Burning Crusade. I want to hear from you. What did you think of the Priest class in TBC? Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun? Personally, I absolutely loved it. Pumping the big Circle of Healing. Can't wait to play it in Wrath as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video, make sure to check out my Sunwell Mistakes to Avoid video as well. It'll have a lot of tips in there to make your guild progress faster in Sunwell Plateau.